Welcome, guys. Welcome. Another episode of Talkin Hoopz. I'm AJ. It's me. I'm here in the studio with my two co-hosts, DP and J Hoopz. Another episode, Talkin Hoopz. Coming at you live, New York studios on the only home for Talkin Hoopz, chataboutit.com, powered by CBS. And guys, getting right into this, the NBA Finals. What's so funny?
Yeah.
Why are you guys
I
laughing?
think there was a lot of suspense, you know?
It's like, hey,
Getting right into this.
all right.
You sound like one of those movie guys, you know, like who does the trailers.
Getting right into
Yes.
this. Hey, we could make a movie of the show if we really wanted to.
I think,
Behind the scenes movie of Talkin Hoopz?
or like a movie.
Documentary?
Definitely.
What about a mockumentary?
I don't know about that, but
I don't even know what that means.
Should we be talking hoops?
totally.
We're talking nonsense right now.
Totally.
Talking movies.
Talking movies. All right, guys, the NBA Finals. Celtics, Lakers, it's all over.
It's over.
It is
I'm
over.
not surprised.
Why aren't you surprised?
I said the Lakers are going to win. The games surprised me. I thought the Lakers would finish it off in Boston, but they came home. They took care of business.
I think Boston just... Problem with Boston was that none of their key guys were consistent. Ray Allen pretty much lost the series for Boston, but here's the thing. Guys like Paul Pierce, they were very erratic. Garnett wasn't involved as much. I mean, he pretty much got shut down by Gasol. But that's really what the problem with the Celtics was their key guys weren't consistent enough for them to overtake the Lakers.
Well, when it came to players like Kevin Garnett, he started off, they all had a pretty good game in the beginning. Garnett started off really strong. Rasheed Wallace started off really strong. And again, I went with the Celtics, not expecting Kendrick Perkins to be out Game 7 because of his injury. That's a big hit to that team. When he gets injured, forget it. They don't have that defensive
Defensively, it affected them a lot. But Rasheed also played. This is something I heard when I was listening to the game. He played the most minutes since the first month of the season in Game 7. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's in his mid-30s. I mean, definitely towards the back end of his career, playing the most minutes he's played since the first month of the season.
And plus the fact, too, Rasheed Wallace really doesn't, you know, he's really not the same presence down low as a Kendrick Perkins, so that really affected them there. But at the same token, why wasn't Garnett posting up enough? Why was Garnett staying up at the top of the key? Why was Garnett being very
They were really
lackluster?
relying. It looked like they were waiting for a Ray Allen. It looked like that in.
So is that Doc Rivers' fault?
I don't know if it's Doc Rivers' fault. I mean, this is how the team works. They rely on good shooting and good defense, and they didn't get a good shooting.
I think what a lot of it had to do with was the fact that the Lakers are a good defensive team. And if they saw Kevin Garnett getting going early, they want to block all his options because we've seen what Kevin Garnett can do when his game is on.
Of course.
Even at this age, we all know what he's capable of doing, and so do the Lakers. The Lakers' key was to keep Rondo shooting jump shots.
Right.
So make Rondo be the one to be taking jump shots, and they did that. A lot of the series they did that. They especially Game 6 they did that. But again, I just think it came down to not having Kendrick Perkins. I think that was the key to the Celtics because if you look at the score, it's not like they lost by 20 points.
But they also had an 11-point lead, Boston, at one point, so it was their game to lose.
Right, but at the same time, they still didn't have Kendrick Perkins.
Well, coming right out from the half, I think they had a 6-point lead at half, and then it ballooned up to 11, even 12 maybe at one point. But after midway through the third, Boston looked like, again, I think Boston's main problem even too many options. They don't know who wants to have the ball. It seems like that at times. Whereas that's why I think the Lakers are 2-time world champions in a row now. Because it's always going to go to Kobe. Always. Whereas Boston, like you said, forced Rondo to shoot the jump shot.
Right.
Or was it Garnett or Pierce or Ray Allen who were supposed to shoot? The Lakers forced them to do something, but yet they couldn't really adjust to it.
But the problem...
Well, wait. And another factor that I think we're all forgetting about was Ron Artest finally had a really good game, which is what they brought him in to do. The game he had in Game 7 is what they needed him to do the whole season. Not just that one game, but that was a key game for him to play the way he played. And actually, if we go to the clip we have, Ron Artest, he was pretty excited after the win. So let's hear what Ron Artest had to say.
First of all, I want to thank everybody in my hood. thank the Worldwide Warriors, Rock Fowl, my wife, Tim Shea, my family, my kids, everybody. I definitely want to thank my doctor, Dr. Sandy, my psychiatrist. She really helped me relax a lot. Thank you so much. It's so difficult to play. There's so much commotion going on in the playoffs, and she helped me relax. I thank you so much.
Ron, you were able
I'm
to
not
hit.
down that three.
Yes,
just like
that
you
was a
told me.
huge shot, your late
Thank you.
three. Yes, no question.
Oh,
Ron, again.
and my single coming out now. Talk to me. I got a single. It's called Champion. I did a song called Champion last June.
I'm going to let him go, guys.
And the single is coming out. I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
So Ron Artest just a
Wow.
little happy. By the way,
Wow.
if you didn't hear the
Yikes.
end of that, he said he's got a single coming out called Champion. So he's still rapping apparently. The guy's still rapping. He's still making mixtapes.
We need to get some Ron Artest, I guess, music. Or I would like to hear what his rap sound like.
Hopefully he's not
I
dancing
mean,
like.
that really sounded like a guy who was waiting his whole life to have that
Hopefully-
interview.
Hopefully he
But
doesn't
you think he
dance.
recorded that
Ho-
song like 10 years ago?
Hopefully he doesn't dance like Stephon Marbury does when
It's not
he puts
champion.
music
It's
on.
just champion. It's only talking about
But
him.
hopefully we're not. Hopefully we're not watching him dancing or anything like that. But
that three that he hit,
it was huge.
that was a
That was
big
a
three.
big three.
And he was dancing after
Because
that.
actually, when he put that up, in my head I was thinking, "Oh boy, not a good shot.
Said
Not a
it.
good shot."
He said he felt like Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
Kobe-
but what I'm
Like
saying,
Kobe
as
Bryant.
he was coming down the court and he put that shot up, in my head I'm thinking that's not a good shot, and he.
Well, it's never
made
not
me
a
eat
good
my
shot
way.
until it goes in, then it is a good shot.
I mean,
Just like when Rondo took that 3-point shot at the end to cut, it wasn't a good shot, but he hit it.
Yeah,
So
it's one of
yes,
those
it was
things
a
when
good
you're
shot.
a coach, I think you say, great, it went in, you could take a breath of fresh air, and you pat him on the back. But if he missed that, you'd be in his face, screaming at him, yelling at him, telling him you never should have taken that shot.
What
You
type
know
of
what?
medication was Artest taking?
I have
It
no
says
idea.
Doctor described medication.
yeah, like,
He thanked his doctor. So
I mean, I think
Thank
he
you.
said psychiatrist.
psychiatrist also. I mean, he's thanking everybody.
Everybody.
He's just happy.
his hood.
He's
hood.
God.
Oh, because the hood did so much for him. I'm sure.
I'm sure the hood's trying to latch onto him.
Yeah.
Yo, you won the championship. Yo, you need to get me this, man. You need to get me that. You know how the hood is, man.
He's bringing his rap album out. That's for them. That's the show then.
Champion.
Show his hood.
AJ, would you listen to his album if he came out with it?
To be,
I mean, right now he
I've
says it's a
I've
single,
listened.
but-
I've listened to Ron Artest's albums just to hear what it's about. Just like I've listened to Allen Iverson's rap album. Just curious to see, like, do these guys have other talents off the basketball court? And I'll tell you one thing. Iverson has no rap talent at all. Allen Iverson cannot rap for his life. Ron Artest had one song where it was okay. I could see this guy kind of has potential. But then the rest of his album was terrible. I can't even forget it. It's not even worth.
But is
don't.
he better than Shaquille O'Neal?
He is better than Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow.
Ron Artest is a better rapper than Shaquille O'Neal.
No,
He
Whoa.
is.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, I understand. Like, he definitely has some kind of passion for rap. You could hear it in his lyrics and in his music. But yeah, he should definitely stick to basketball. All these guys really should stick to basketball. It's not like they're Drake.
No.
They don't have Drake talent. They don't have Young Jeezy
But I don't
talent.
think Drake can play
Tupac,
basketball.
They don't have that.
Drake
He's from
definitely can't be in
Canada.
the NBA.
No.
We already have Steve Nash.
Well, wait, but then you have guys like I hate to say Chris Brown. You see him in the Celebrity All-Star game a few years back. He
Few years black?
Few-
What, you racist?
few years back, excuse me. A few years back, he blocked Swing Cash.
Well,
WNBA
Chris-
All-Star.
And he also slapped Rihanna in the face.
He did
too,
that
Chris
too.
Brown.
Well, what
He
about
did.
Master P? Because Master P tried
Make him
out
say,
for the Raptor.
No, was it the
Uh,
Nets? Or,
no, the
he-
Hornets.
The
Hornets.
Hornets,
Right,
yes,
right,
the
New
Hornets.
Orleans. And I mean, that guy, obviously, people can have their opinions.
Oh,
Uh,
definitely. Good.
Oh, headphones falling off.
Headphones falling off.
Yeah.
A little big for your head.
Yeah, I think I cut my hair so
I
that
think
it'll fit.
you know, you just have a.
It's not the same.
I think you just have a tiny head.
I do. It's a
You
little,
have a tiny
it's
head.
like a peanut.
like Mr. Peanut? You get like the bifocals and glasses.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I always felt that athletes want to be musicians and musicians want to be athletes.
and actors as well too.
Yeah.
I mean, just stick to one
Yeah,
thing.
stick to what you're
Come
good
on,
at. I
stick
mean,
to
you
what
don't
you're
have
good
to
at.
have 8 talents. I mean, it's good enough to just be good at one.
You know what though? Like, look at it from the player standpoint. Maybe he wants to see other things. Like, okay, so he's an NBA player. He knows that, but maybe there's just another passion in his life. He wants to have something else to
Yeah.
just do in his spare time. He enjoys rapping for whatever
You
reason.
know what it is? When you have the money to do so, you could spend it on anything. So I guess if you have the money.
I'll tell you one thing. The difference between Ron Artest rapping and Allen Iverson rapping, you can hear Ron Artest has some kind of passion for it, where Allen Iverson, he's just trying to rap. Like, it's like, I want to make money off rapping. It sounds terrible.